Hello everyone, welcome to the 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic, the 16th edition from Spooky Nook Sports, as we are setting the stage for the Women's Open Pro category. And as we welcome archers to the stage, I want to welcome Emily McCarthy to the booth. Matthews Pro Shooter, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. So we're fired up for this one, aren't we?
I'm super excited to watch this.
Let's go to the floor and hear what they're saying.
So you get to choose which side you shoot, left or right? Left. And you get to choose first or second.
Okay, Sarah Lance will shoot from the left stage, and she will lead. Sarah Prieels will shoot second from the right stage.
All right, so we have two competitors, Emily. Both Matthews shooters, both teammates of yours. Sarah Prieels will be shooting from the right, and Sarah Lance on the left. And we're in this shoot-up arena for, well, to really crown the 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic Women's Open Pro Champion. What about the pressure right now they're both under?
There's so much pressure right now. Our nerves are going.
You know Sarah very well.
I do know Sarah very well.
What'd you think about that shot execution?
She looked like she made a good shot. I didn't expect it not to have hit. She's been here. She's been in this position many, many times. She's actually won this before.
Sarah Prieels with a solid 11 to kick things off. Two champions on stage right now. Sarah Lance has won this twice in 14 and 16.
And Sarah Prieels, she won this last year.
She sure did. Yeah, the last American to win this was Sarah Lance in 16. Strong opening right there, 33 for Prieels. Coach in her coach's box, having a conversation with Sarah Prieels about possibly calming the nerves down, about her shot process, whatever. Just something possibly to distract the archer, you think?
Yeah, probably just trying to get her to calm down a little bit.
So tell me about the experience at Lancaster Archery and what we experienced on Friday to where we are today, Sunday.
So this is actually like, well, I feel like once you're here, you're here. This is where you want to be. So the first day, it's just going through the motions, just doing what you do at home, practicing, basically just getting to the top. As for women, it's the top 16. So you want to get to the top 16, and then that's when the nerves start coming in, because now it's pressure shoot-offs. And we go through, so then you'll shoot 2 rounds against 2 different people, and then you're
the
here.
elimination rounds.
The elimination rounds. And then you get to here.
And we've talked about this all day, but talk about the way that this entire, shoot-up arena is lit and the raised platforms. I mean, is there any possible way to simulate anything like this when you're shooting at home?
There's really no way to ever simulate these exact feelings, anything that you feel in tournaments, the way you're gonna shoot your bow, just the pressure, the tension you get.
So what we're shooting for here is the winner will move on to the next round, move up the ladder. So the winner of this match is guaranteed 3rd place, and they'll shoot against the 2nd qualifier. The woman who loses this one will be 4th, and we'll start our 2nd end of 4 in competition. Scoring is that
That
right
looked
there.
like a great shot.
Great shot. And the scoring is that little ring in the middle, a little bit bigger than a dime, is 11. And then the 10 ring, 9, 8, 7, 6 in the blue.
We actually have 3 Vegas women champions in this top 4.
We do. They are?
They are Sarah Prieels and Sarah Lance and Tanja Jensen. And 2 of them are actually, there's only been 3 to ever shoot 900s in Vegas. And 2 of them, one is Sarah and one is Tanja.
Amazing, right?
It is amazing.
The level of talent here that comes all the way to this classic is incredible. Sarah Prieels is lighting it up. She's been on fire as of late anyway. She did struggle occasionally in the elimination rounds, but was able to get through and finds herself as the 4th place qualifier.
Just out.
You've known that shooter for quite a long time.
I have. I've known Sarah.
What do you think is going through her mind at this moment?
Uh,
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's go to Rob and hear what Rob has to say, maybe, and then I want to find out that answer after.
And Sweet Spot, I see that you're running Sweet Spot Pro, Shrewd Bars, and what release?
I shoot a Carter target 4.
Carter Target 4 release. Very good. Very good. Let's see what the scores look like. It looks like it's 65-60 with Sarah Prieels having a lead. Do you choose to shoot first or second? Second. So Sarah Lance will lead off.
All right, Emily, to get back to that question, what do you think is going through Sarah Lance's mind right now?
Sarah's a very, like all of us are very, very, very competitive, but she's got a drive, and I know she's probably pretty frustrated being a little bit behind, but. She shoots really well under pressure.
First real bobble we've seen from Prieels. Beautiful.
She's got such a strong shot.
It seems like Sarah Lance is starting to find her rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like she's going to get a point back.
That puts her 4 points behind, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
96-92 with one end left. It's a tall task the way Sarah Prieels is shooting. But we all know that there's just one thing that Sarah Lance can do. You just have to, you have to shoot a 33 to even give yourself a chance if Prieels makes a mistake.
Yep.
And Emily, we have seen mistakes being made in pro classes before. We saw Chance Bobeth throw one crazy in the Open Pro last year. So you can't just say that it's a done deal here. We still have an end to shoot. What are you seeing in her form right there and the way she shot?
Honestly, anything happens. She's a strong shooter, and her shot's looking she's looking like she's relaxing up there.
You're a competitive person. Is it difficult to try to park that anger or that frustration and get to the shot, or is it just something that goes in between the shots in archery?
It honestly all depends. It all depends on the situation and your moment. For me, it's normally easy for me to put it aside, the frustration, because you're just up there. You want to get it done. You want to perform.
And perform was what Sarah Lance just did with that 11. Oof, that's a 2-point swing right there. So deficit is cut. That's a close one. That is a close 10. I'm not
Super
sure.
close, but she is shooting 27s.
Well, you can see the lights in the scope. Sarah Prieels running the new Sweet Spot. Legal for competition here. Great shot from Sarah Lance.
Good, strong finish for her.
Still that 3-point difference.
She finished
There
really
you go.
solid.
So Sarah Prieels will advance. Let's go to Rob.
Okay, it appears as though Sarah Prieels will hang on to her lead. Sarah Lance, believe you're going to end up taking 4th place for $1,000 for the weekend. Congratulations. Nice shooting. Let's give Sarah Lance a hand. Well done. Our next competitor up will be Dusti Batsch. Dusti Batsch. Dusti's on her way out, shooting for PSE. Dusti, do you prefer right or left? Left, okay. Sarah will be on the right. Welcome to the stage. Dusti chooses to shoot first. In Dusti's coach's box, we
So 19-year-old Dusti out of Vixen, Illinois, is going to have legend Scott Starnes in the box with her as her coach. And in talking with Dusti and talking with Scott, you know, Scott really has been encouraging Dusti to get out and do more shoots. And so, you know, he said, hey, listen, she can hang with us and she can learn, and she is absolutely lighting it up right now.
She is. She's a phenomenal. I've known Dusti for a really long time. She's actually been shooting for 16 years, which is pretty much most of her life.
Amazing, right?
It is amazing.
And she has 2 jobs when she's at home. She works daycare, and she also delivers parts for Napa Auto Parts. She shoots out of a club that I've shot some tournaments in, Sauk Valley in Illinois. A great club there. And she starts off strong.
Wow.
What nerves, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is probably this is a first time experience for her versus shooting against Sarah, who's had many World Cup situations and been here many times.
Wow. I mean, it's only arrow number 2, but she's got Sarah Prieels on the ropes at the moment. Great answer. I think that's an 11.
I would agree that's an
You could see on
11.
that release, though, she wasn't real confident where that dot broke.
It looked like it broke a little low.
Oof. That was good. I think we'll get a call on Dusti's 3rd arrow, but I'm pretty confident that's an 11. We can see from our vantage point, we can see where the judges are looking at the targets, and normally if they breeze through, it's pretty solid.
one of the new PSEs. She's running a Sherlock sidebar and a specialty scope, a trophy taker arrow rest, and what makes your sting larger?
You know, when
with a beautiful wrap on them. And
let's take a look at the replay of one of the shots from Dusti. What do you see there?
It did. It looked like she did break a little bit low. She wasn't as confident with that shot as she had been with the other 2.
What type of release do you use when you're shooting? Are you a hinge shooter, button shooter?
I shoot back tension, so I shoot a
back
hinge.
tension?
Yep.
Yeah. So I see.
I'm actually shooting the mini advantage, which is Dusti's shooting the advantage right now. So she's the only one in this shoot-off shooting a hinge.
Oh, is that right? And the mini advantage that it's the same, just a
Yep,
smaller
we both
size?
shoot Scott, and so mine's just a little bit smaller than the one she's running.
Gotcha. And that's just preference on hand size. Got it. Dusti leads off, leading Sarah Prieels by a point. That one's close. How much? Looks like it. Yeah, looks like it could be on the line. Crowd getting into it a little bit. We're all tied up at 43 points. Great shot.
Yep.
How important is that recovery when you shoot an arrow that's out high like that?
It's super important to come back and just shoot right like that. I talked to her for a little bit, and she said she's just going to try to have fun, because no matter what, she's going to podium from where she was sitting at.
That's a great attitude. hold on that one.
11. It's very close. That's going to be a lock, though.
It's going to be close.
Each shooter faced with a 30-second clock in competition. Sarah Prieels with a sigh of relief after that shot. 30-second clock in competition. In contrast, World Archery does 20 seconds. So we have seen in competition earlier today during the men's recurve that you actually have time to let down and then reset and shoot. Would you recommend that in this pressure situation? Do you think that you even have the mental capacity to even think about it at this point?
You're talking to somebody that actually struggles with the clock, so to
Yeah.
me, 30 seconds is not very long. I tend to hold long, and by the time I give up on my shot, I've already wasted too long, so I would not be able to do it.
Gotcha.
So, I have a hard time even letting down in an ASA shoot-off where we have a full minute.
Really?
Because
You're a little competitive, huh? You're just committed to the shot.
I'm a letdowner, so that I struggle with our 2 minute during qualifiers because I like to let down. I like to make sure the shot is absolutely perfect before it fires. So for me, 30 seconds is it's you got to be committed to your shot.
Makes perfect sense. So a little twist of fortune as Dusti shot a 30 to Sarah's 33. So now Sarah Prieels leads 65 to 63. Dusti leads off.
Great shot.
Perfect lead. Good look at the lights shining in her scope.
Sarah has such a look about her, such a confidence. She has a lot of confidence.
Yeah, when Sarah shoots, she just looks like she's aggressive towards
Yes.
the target.
Yes.
And it obviously works really well for her. So another perfect score for Sarah Prieels. So the gap now increases to 3 with the final end of competition. This is guaranteed third spot. You mentioned Dusti said, hey, look, I'm going to go have some fun. You know, I'm guaranteed third spot. It's great. And at 19 years old, getting this kind of experience as a pro already
And her
is tremendous.
first time at this tournament.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bright
how
future.
awesome is this year? Yes, very bright. This is she's placed second at her other 2 tournaments she's went to this year. So she's off to a great season.
What do you see as, what is Dusti's preferred method of shooting in terms of what she shoot 3D shooter? She like the spots?
She's a spot shooter. Yeah, she's mainly sticks to spots.
Which is very interesting about this tournament, Emily, because this time of year, 3D shooters aren't out shooting 3D because the weather's not so great, and you have spot shooters that are all indoors. So do you like this time of year where you get the entire archery family that gets together and gets to, mix with each other, and then by the time, the warm weather comes, we all kind of go our separate ways?
I do. I really enjoy, I love everybody, so we're all like a giant family, so I love this time of year to get to see all my indoor friends and whatnot, but preferably I definitely don't enjoy the indoors like I do 3D.
Oh, yeah.
But up north, it's pretty much all you get to shoot.
Well, originally from Montana, I would imagine you enjoy the outdoors.
I do. I love outdoors. So.
Now, we talk about in archery a lot about individualistic, like being yourself when you shoot. And, it's been brought to my attention that you have a very unique draw. I mean, I've seen it before, but when we look at the way you draw a bow, it's actually, there's reasons behind it. It's not just like a strength thing. It's actually because of you've lived life and had injuries over the years.
Yes. So I've had a lot of injuries, broke some collarbones and whatnot. So I do draw my bow funny, and people love to take photos of it for some reason. But it works, and no matter what poundage I've ever set my bow at, that's how I have to draw it. So
I love it. It's great. No arguing with the results. No arguing with Sarah Prieels right now. this match, she's even hit the 10 ring.
She is on fire.
Great shot. Okay, so there's one. Dusti almost looks surprised that one bounced in the middle. Yeah, you could tell.
Yep.
It was after that shot of trying to will that arrow into the middle of the target.
You can definitely tell when the shot breaks in the middle and when it doesn't for these ladies.
So for Sarah Prieels, she's going to win this match, 129 to 127. Not official yet. We're just getting confirmation from the judges. Let's go to Rob.
Good, actually. I thought I'd be a lot more nervous than I actually am.
Very good. You showed great composure. You both shot well. I hope you make it back for next year's Classic. Will we see you in Vegas or any other tournaments?
Yes, I'll be in Vegas and Indoor Nationals.
Very good, very good. We'll look forward to seeing you. Let's see how things come out. We'll wait for Sue Ludwig's indication. Okay, she indicated Sarah Prieels, 129, 127. Dusti, want to congratulate you on third place, $1,250 from Lancaster Classic, and PSE contingency money of $250, $1,500 for your weekend. Congratulations. We'll see who our next competitor is here. Looks like we've got Tanja Jensen. Tanja Jensen. Tanja, do you choose right or left? Right. Tanja chooses the right stage. These are two competitors that are titans in Europe that have shot against each other many times.
Well, Emily, here we go. I like Tanya's move to move her off, Sarah off of her spot, just to move her. Light seems to be pretty good. But you know Tanja Jensen really well.
I do, and they've actually, this is where we were last year. These two competitors for first and second.
Tanja Jensen is, I mean, both of these shooters are unbelievable. Do you think it's an advantage for Sarah because she's warm, because she's seen the stage?
I do. I feel like she's probably a little bit more relaxed because she's been shooting in front of everybody. She's got the first jittery nerves that out of your system.
Last year, though, Tanja Jensen came from 14th as a qualifier, and then worked her way into that top shooting bracket. So she was a bit of an underdog, where Prieels last year had qualified #1. Now the tables are turned.
Yep.
Where Prieels was our 4th place qualifier getting into this, and Tanja is #1.
Tanja is one of the other ones that did shoot the 900 in Vegas for the win. So she is one of the 3 women.
And of course, in her coaching box, the 2nd person in history to shoot a perfect 660 in qualifications here at the Lancaster Archery Classic. He's known to shoot an arrow from time to time, Braden Galantine. It looks like it's just out. Tanja told me she is shooting the brand new Matthews TRX 38. That's with the new handle. And she's only been shooting it 2 weeks, but 3 tournaments already. They've been very busy. And she's shooting really well with it. Matthews making an adjustment to their handle, and on all reviews are rave reviews about it.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to shoot the new handle
You
bow
know,
yet?
I played with it a little bit, but I didn't spend much time with it. So I'm sticking with my old ones for right now.
Yeah, it is very interesting when shooters decide to make changes on what's coming up. I mean, we have so much stuff stacked up.
Yep.
And so you're currently living in Wisconsin. Do you have a pretty strong, base of local tournaments that you can go shoot, or are you just practice and shoot national stuff?
Pretty much just national stuff. We try to do as much local as we can, but we're hardly ever really home because this
Yeah.
time of year it's like go, 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 go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really why I didn't want to switch to the new handle for right now, is because I wanted to be a little bit more prepared this year for 3D season, and I already have my bow set up from last year.
There's a good look at the sweet spot. If you've never even heard of sweet spot, that's a device that actually measures riser deflection using a strain gauge. And it has a lighting system, so once you set your parameters on where you like to hold, because it measures the force of the hold, there's a lighting system that's inside of Sarah Prieels' actual scope. And when she's in the spot she needs to be in, the light's green. If she overpulls, it goes to red. So it just kind of takes away one little element of how you're holding your shot. And obviously it seems to be working for Sarah Prieels right now. So it's nice to see newer technology finding its way into archery. It's legal for most competitions. It's still out for World and USA Archery.
Okay.
But for ASA, for IBO, for Lancaster Classic, for Vegas, all legal to compete with it. And always legal to train with it. Yeah. All right, Tanja Jensen will kick this end off.
She has a beautiful looking shot.
Oh man, it's so steady too
Yeah.
right now. There's the result of that. And it looks like an 11. It caught the 11. Good shot. Now, Tanja told me that she's shooting the tank 25s. So not quite the full arrow diameter, because she just feels it shoots better for her.
This is the first tournament, though, that she is not shooting 23s, because I think she's always ran 23s at all
23s.
indoors.
And you could tell on that
Yeah,
release.
it broke a little low.
You know you're a good shooter when your rest has your name on it. Your arrow rest. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
There's a shot of her rest, and it's a Hamsky rest, and it says Sarah Prieels on it. And I was like, you're a baller. Let's get to Rob.
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, Denmark. Very good, very good. A lot of great archers from that area.
Definitely.
There's a lot of competition all over Europe, and your skills are certainly sharpened by the competitors that you shoot with every month, every week there in Europe. You've had a great career already. When did you start to shoot? At what age?
I was 13. It's been a few years.
Yeah, but at 13, some people start later than that, some earlier. Okay, let's look at the scores. 64-63. Focus the focus. 64-63. Tanja Jensen has a 1-point lead.
So what happened there is you saw on your score that Sarah Prieels actually, after the official came back and looked at the score, it dropped 1 point of what we thought initially. So for this Women's Open Pro to be crowned champion of the 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic, Tanja Jensen leads by a point. Oh, she's shooting the goat.
She is. And she shoots it good.
Yes, she does. Mm-hmm. This is the match we expected to see.
That was strong, confident looking shot. She looks confident every shot.
Mm-hmm. That's inside out.
Excuse me, we have a time issue. Can you reset the times, please? Thank you.
Very smart move by Tanja not to just automatically react to it. She checked her clock first. That's a lot of international experience. Wow. Phenomenal stuff from both shooters. Still a 1-point difference as we head into the final end. Judges will double check those scores, but from where they landed, they looked all good to me. Like, yeah.
They're
97 to 96, the score. Tanja Jensen trying to get redemption from last year. She finished second to Sarah Prieels. And oh, by the way, Emily, not to put any pressure on you at all, but this will be the third year in a row that no American has won this tournament. Just saying. Sarah Lance was our last American winner.
You said 2016, correct?
That's right.
Yeah.
Coming up, you can see these are the men's Open Pro competitors. They're in the warm-up area, and we're going to line up 8 of them as we shoot off for the top prize of $20,000. That's going to be coming up after this match, as we still have at least one end to go if there's no tie. Joseph Goza getting ready to head to the shoot-up area. Emily has a big smile on her face because that was a really good shot.
It looked so solid.
Sarah Prieels delivers right back at you. This feels to me, Emily, right now that Tanya's going to have to shoot 11-11, or else we're going to a shoot-off. Beautiful. They're hitting a little high. I think Tanya's really pulling hard on that bow. She wants to make sure that she gets it in there. All right.
Wow. Oh, just watching this stuff makes me nervous.
But that's it. There's nothing Sarah Prieels can do at this point. That 10-11, Emily McCarthy. The victory is going to go to Tanja Jensen. I think it's going to be by 1 point at the end of the day. Let's go to Rob.
Congratulate each other, which is wonderful to see. Okay, second place takes $2,000 home, and Matthew's contingency of $1,000. $3,000 for your weekend. Congratulations, Derek Phillips.
Here.
It's been called
Derek, if I can have a moment. Thank you for your support of the Lancaster Archery Classic. Your archers are doing extremely well. Are you enjoying the event?
Absolutely. We just want to thank you and your staff. Such a wonderful facility and event that you put on. Your staff works extra hard, and we're grateful for it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you, Derek Phillips, Matt McPherson of Matthews Archery. Thank you for your support. Okay, our next.
Tanja, congratulations on your win. This is your first win here, yes?
Yeah, it is. Last year I got second, so.
It was a grudge match.
Oh yeah. Same two people.
And so, do you feel like it's even now, or do you feel like you've set up a rivalry?
I feel like it's even. I mean, I'm sure we're going to shoot against each other again. Yeah.
Oh, I can only expect to see you guys here again. Fantastic day. Congratulations again. Your women's Open champion, Open Pro champion.
So there you have it. The 2019 Lancaster Archery Classic Women's Open Pro is in the books. And it's going to Tanja Jensen in the redemption match from 2018. And she'll stand on top of the podium as your champion. My special thanks to Emily McCarthy. Thank you so much for joining me here in the booth. Much appreciated.
Well, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Good luck on the rest of the way this season, and I'm sure we'll see you at the next tournament really soon.
Sounds great. Thank you.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere.
Keep missing you, who's been kissing you since you went away? My arms keep missing you, I keep wishing you come back today. My arms keep missing you, who's been kissing you since you went away? My arms keep missing you, I keep wishing you come back today. My arms keep
The newest innovation in archery is here, Sweet Spot. Sweet Spot incorporates proven strain gauge technology into a complete package that allows you to see how much pressure you put into every shot. And Sweet Spot's lighting system tells you in real time if the shot is too weak, too strong, or is in your sweet spot. Get Sweet Spot Go No Go or the Enhanced Pro with live shot viewing at lancasterarchery.com today. Sweet Spot, because it's no fun to miss.